We're Jen and Chris Corsi, and today we want to talk to you a little bit about quieting and what can make quieting hard for some people and easier for others and what we can do about it. So Chris, what do you want us to know about the different types of people?
Well, you know what? Some of us are high energy people, and we really like to go at a fast speed. Where our mind moves quickly. We like to do things. We like to jump out of airplanes, or maybe a little more subtle, we just like to move. And we like a lot of stimulation. We have the music playing at high energy. We have the accelerator pressed in our car, and we like things moving along. While some of us are more low energy, we like soft music. We dim the lights. We find a nice quiet little place, and we just like to really have a lot of rest and a lot of quiet. And so what tends to happen is, for me to feel connected with God as a low energy responder, I'm going to go gravitate toward the quiet and kind of the low key atmosphere. But for people who are high energy responders, they like to go for a run and they connect with God while they're jamming some praise worship. And so skill 16 of the 19 skills is really to help people recognize, are you a low energy responder or are you a high energy responder? And this is a really fascinating skill, but for today, we've got a specific goal. What is our goal for today, Jay?
Well, our goal is that we would be able to quiet, because all of us need quiet, and it can be hard in these times, especially if you're cooped up in your house, especially if you're a higher energy responder and you're cooped up in your house. Your body can be so restless that your mind can't settle. And so what I'm going to encourage you today, if you're a lower energy responder, you can probably just pretty easily quiet and calm, sit with a cup of tea, just take some deep breaths.
Just lock yourself in the room somewhere.
Lock yourself in a room somewhere so that your family isn't bursting in and making noise, and that will be all you need to quiet. But for higher energy responders, you might need to do something physically active before you can quiet. So you might need to go for a run, a fast walk, do an exercise video. You might have a dance party with your kids or just with yourself. You might want to do some jumping jacks. You might need something to get some of that energy out of your body before your mind can quiet. So after you've done that high energy activity, then try quieting afterwards. Try those deep breaths and that stillness. I've heard from a lot of people. Well, actually, I'm a higher energy responder myself also, but I've also heard from lots of others who have a much easier time being still and quiet in their minds after they've gotten some of that energy out of their body.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm a low energy responder, so it helped me to go for a walk today as a family. And then I went for a little extra walk with the dog and walked around, and I came back and I rested a little bit. I took a hot shower. Like, these are the kinds of things, find what works best for your nervous system and lean into that and practice those things. But also, if you live with other people, recognize, who's a high energy responder, who's a low energy responder, and how can we find mutually satisfying ways so that the low energy people aren't getting so overwhelmed by the high energy people, and the high energy people have opportunities to go do something that involves movement and activity. So we hope this lens helps, and we hope that you can coast to quiet no matter what your preference is, high energy or low energy.
Where could they find out a little bit more about the high energy and low energy stuff?
Yes, so skill 16 is one of the 19 skills. I wrote a book called Transforming Fellowship, and this is just a really good introduction that you can just learn a little more about the skills, and there's even some little intro exercises. So, yeah, take care of yourself.